In the philosophical first plane of manifestation, Yahudim and Sathan Udim meet in the physical plane. I don't think there has to be hatred between followers of a master or slave on the astral plane in this life. No one can make you do or accept what you don't want when it gets into the mental and soul planes. In the beginning, I think was long before a division on the causal plane. So I guess I'll look back and see if there's any other comments in this file here that I want to share. Oh, this sounds good. Live ritual imbuing a vessel with the dark powers of the inner black flame. And a number of my like the Goetia rituals, I also set in a pentagon with a candle in each corner. A hexagram like this, or an even-numbered symbol, might be better for charging a talisman, but a pentagram is certainly a good symbol of man, and the altar in the direction you're facing can be a good way of representing the latter and the former. Okay. I think there was a JD Temple video also to say something about. Ignite your inner flame now with a JD Temple. Caution. Awareness of the more subtle aspects of things, like fire, can be the gateway of opening to awareness and influences directly from jinn and other aspects of the spirit world. Sometimes I think of things on different levels at the same time, and it is a challenge to find the combinations that works best in all times. Some say that the picturing of symbols or arrangements can inscribe them forever on the mental and energy bodies, but I have found that those remain as malleable as ever. I place visualizations under solar symbolism and list awareness of physical centers as of the mercurial. The interesting thing is that sometimes ascent and descent along the same paths are experienced differently. Or as Aleister Crowley said, there is the dove and there is the snake, choose ye well. Something like that. Assembly of Light Bearers, announcements and info. You know, Michael W. Ford's Luciferianism. Which is different than what I say when I use the term for myself in various ways. But why is air on the left and water on the right of the Assembly of Light Bearers logo? Some might say enlightenment, spiritual freedom, and disassociation might be a good triad of stages. Liberation is not really on denial of restrictions are firmly held. A bit stuffed up, I'm sorry. But in turning from what doesn't work or is wrong. Illumination would be realizing your actual potential and designed place in the world. Apotheosis is not true God realization, but delusions of grandeur and other factors of psychopathic personality disorder. The Greater Church of Lucifer seems like it might have been less dogmatic than this New World Order. I do admit that it seems to be upon the same goals of power. Why is the 64th symbol for creation is the smallest portion inverted? Okay, what does Sirah number 57 say? I might as well share. The Battle of the Confederates and its trench answers much for these ancient aliens theorists. Yes, I have to go against something in a video talking about what Satanism is, right? Or at least at the part. So them seeing that Muhammad had chest hair prove that shaving below the beard is only allowed in Islam and not required. You know, shaving's obviously not of any sort is obviously not a natural act per se. So the idea that it would be required is, anything that requires a blade on the human body, even shaving, is. Sometimes it's better to be smaller in number than to include weakness in your rank. A person with flaws can be perfecting, and we need to look at the bigger picture when judging people. Okay, I'm not going to read that whole thing. A conversation about oneness, or at least not here. A conversation about oneness, Llewellyn von Lee with Emmanuel von Lee. Happiness is knowing we have more than we need, or accepting we can't always get what we want. By the way, Nargargole's other YouTube channel that didn't get shut down, he sounds happier on that channel. But some of the video, I'm not sure if a couple of the videos that were on that channel were on the Nargargole channel. Happiness is knowing what we have. It's knowing we have more than we need, or accepting we can't always get what we want. The individual and the collective should all know and live what they shall and shan't. There is truth and the lies about what is done with perception, or done with the perceptive. You have what you need for your spiritual duties and more if you're contemplative. I'm sorry with the shaking. I'm trying to get all the gardening in while I still have before the freeze. So stuff can start growing before that.